Hello! Today I am going to show you how to make a personalized water bottle with the Cricut. If you pick up a supply kit the week of April 5th, you'll have everything you need to make a personalized water bottle in the creative space. To start, you'll want to remove any stickers on the bottle, wash it with soap and water to remove any dirt or sticker residue. Then you'll want to measure the water bottle. I figured for this one I would not want my design to exceed 7 inches in length and 2.5 inches in width. Once you complete the Creative Space Basics badge on our Beanstack site, you can check out the iPad for the Cricut and make your personalized design in the Cricut Design Space app. So we'll create a new project and start creating our design. If you need some ideas on what to put on your water bottle, you can always tap on the image icon in the lower left corner and search for something like affirmation quotes. And you can see all these different options. If you choose a design that has 2 colors like this one, you can always use the color sync function to make it all one color since you only have one color of vinyl in your kit. Or if you'd rather create your own text, we have all these different options of fonts. Anything with the green A is free to use. And you could enter something like your name or a friend's name or a quote that you prefer rather than one of the pre-generated images. Another option you have is to add shapes like these. Or if you like, you could make your own combination of shapes using the weld and slice tools. You can create your own shape, like I did here, to make a water droplet. Or if you want something you've already found online or something you created, you can use the upload function to import an image and erase any portions of the image you don't want in the final design. For this project, I am going to make this Aguamenti design. Aguamenti is the spell from Harry Potter which conjures water, so it's quite fitting. If you tap on the Edit tab at the bottom, you can adjust the size of your design. Since I wanted mine to be about 7 inches in height, I can just enter that 7 in the height box. This is what it looks like. Something that I find that's helpful is taking a square and unlocking it so I can freely resize it to just the size of my design, and then slicing those pieces so that I can put the design inside a box. It makes it easier for weeding later on. So then I can just hide these other 2 pieces that I don't need using the Layers tab. And then I just have my design and I hit Make It. When you're in the creative space, you'll need to plug in the Cricut Maker or Explore Air at the back of the machine, open it, and turn it on with the power button. When you tap Continue in the Cricut Design Space, it will attempt to connect via Bluetooth. And when the machine is connected to the app, the light on the machine will turn blue. Line up the corners and press your sheet of vinyl with its backing onto a standard grip or strong grip mat. If you're using the Cricut Explore Air, you'll set the dial to vinyl, but with the Cricut Maker, you'll set the material right in the app. Once you've selected the material, the arrow button will start flashing on the machine. Line up the mat so the rubber wheels grab it and press the arrow button to load the mat. You'll know it's loaded correctly when the blade lines up with the top edge of the material. Then when it's ready, press the flashing Cricut button and it'll start cutting. When it's done, peel the material off the mat. Cut out the portion that has already been cut. And then peel the excess away from the design itself. This extra piece is because of that square I added, which makes it easier to isolate the design. Be careful when you're peeling the excess not to peel any small elements of your design, like the dot of an eye. You'll find tools like this one in the drawer in the creative space. When you finish weeding, cut a piece of the transfer tape the size of your design. Then peel and press the transfer tape onto the vinyl. Smooth it to make sure there aren't any air bubbles between the transfer tape and the vinyl. Figure out where on the water bottle you want your design to be. Then peel the design off of the backing. Again, pay attention for the dots of those eyes to make sure you don't lose any. And place it on your water bottle. Smooth it onto the water bottle. And then when you remove the transfer tape, it's all done. I recommend waiting about 24 hours before washing and using your water bottle, but now you have a personalized water bottle to use and stay hydrated this summer. Plus, if you're over 18, you can participate in our Couch to 5K program starting April 12th. Even a beginner can prepare for a 5K run in just 2 months. Find out more information with the link in the description box. Thanks for watching!